Let me see, what do we have? It's fucking crowded right now. Is Iranian are just doing picnic anywhere, and things are working. I don't have any problem with the traffic cops, but the problem with this road is fucking dry and dusty. Just go. Stop tailgating me. Fucking idiot. The response is good enough. I don't go at speed right now. As you can see, the traffic is insane, and we're just climbing up this types of canyon, which is fun. And we're going to the Tehran, which is like 5 kilometers or 7 kilometers south to the south. The response is good enough. You could see it's a really good, accurate map. Not completely, but you could get some response. Good, reliable response. So, yeah, there's a city, there's a town down there. There's a tiny little town down there. Can you see it? It's right there. And I don't want to zoom out. Just want to zoom in and see my direction really closely, as so many things are just moving on anyway. So things are, this shit is actually working. It's free, kind of, and you can download it. You can just try it. This fucking nut job. Some people are just staying into this. Iranian actually love the American culture, whatever. Those people are just loitering or lettering. And behind them there is a sign. It says the nature is a scenery of the gods, so you should have to protect it. But there's not regard on that anyway. And I'm getting a 14 channel right now, and my battery is also fine, sort of. And we're moving. We're going places. The picture is sharp, and even in during the daytime, this tablet is actually have a good enough, not completely. It's not like it's just IPS LED, LCD LED, which is not new thing. Is technology is start someplace like 2009 or so. So it's not a new thing, but it is bright enough and during the daytime, and using the night with the lowest light, so I could save the battery, even if I can't charge it. But since I'm using this old motorcycle and filming this, the mini camera is using the direct power from the motorcycle battery. So it's not convenient to use both for the both camera and the tablet, which the tablet gets really so much of the battery, so much of the power of the adapter, and also it's night, so I need everything works fine. Everything works fine like the horn and the honking and all of my lights, the bike lights. So these are not that much. There's not much enough option. There's not enough proposition, so I could just use both the tablet and camera simultaneously and film and doing whatever the fuck is this. But as you can see, we're getting closer to Tehran, and there's a three-way right on top of that hill, which was getting closer to that. And as you can see, no one even give a damn if I'm owning this lane. I'm doing a speed limit, but people are just fucking nuts. These people are actually deserve this traffic. They're driving like a banana. Well, what is this? What's happening? That's a new thing. Driving with the hoods up. There's a tiny little moon over there because it was just end of the month. So the Ramadan is over, which was exhausting. 18 hours of fasting is just killing, man. But I haven't seen almost anyone ever do the fasting in Iran, and people are just losing their own respect to the Islam in this land. It's just it's hidden or secretly yes, it says out of the right round, take the second exit. I've heard there's Julia, I think, is speaking English. It says continue driving for 3 kilometers. There's a panda babies everywhere. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense, but since someone even imported, I think it was just smugglers importing from China cheap toys, and people just buying whatever. No one cares about what's the reason behind whatever the fuck. And the corn, Iranian corn are not like the American corn. They're just so dry, and it doesn't have any taste. So you have to use the salt, lots of salt. So it's really salty and really aggressively dry, and people are just roasting it really hard. I mean, they're just roasting it and smoking it to hell. Like you're actually chewing the charcoal or something. As you can see, no one cares about me. I'm owning this lane. People are just doing their own shit. They have free lane over there, but they're just not gonna use that. I'm trying to save my own life, so I'm just driving in the middle of the lane. Now let's see where we could just get anywhere. If I just go over there, I'm just losing my life, just close to the guardrail or whatever. So if someone crashed or hit me from the behind, so I would just can't control anything. But here I mean the damage would be less. Like this freaking nut job is just going over there and pulling right right in front of me. This is completely normal in Iran. This is completely regular. says continue driving 200 meters or something. I can't hear myself because this wind is making too much noise. I haven't regularized the sound of the device, and yeah, this is just going nuts. Just better have to speed it down. These guys are fucking nuts. Look at that, doesn't have any helmet or anything, and it has its own passenger going fucking nuts. So downhill is really steep. Look at that, it says drive with the lower gear, but no one cares. I speed limit 80, but right there it says speed, try keep the low gear. Anyway, things are fucking weird, but I'm telling you, this GPS is just blowing my mind, because I can't find anywhere in Iran. Everywhere is just changing their own names. People are just going nuts. The north of Iran has the name of their name after like flowers and the Persian names, something like that, completely randomly, or even they're just numbers. Not many of them are numbers, they're mostly using the words. But the downtown, midtown, the rest of the city, which is the freaking huge, it has every alleys, every streets, every highway has been named after either a religious leader, Iranian religious leaders, or the Mahdi's. People have been killed during the war between Iran and Iraq war. It says in 300 meters keep going to the right, which is really confusing. I mean, 300 is like that there, but the map doesn't show that, doesn't go to, it shows to go straight, which is weird. It says keep right, but keep right is just confusing. What the fuck is this smell? It's the smell of the, you know, the fucking, what was that? I have heard of some shit thing that's going. Anyway, smelling the burning brakes of this fucking cars since they rushed her down, and now they're using their own brakes, which makes it really horrible the smoke. Anyway, I just want to show you guys, this is a kind of a square. There's a ramp. This works fine. I'm getting correct direction, and yeah, so the downtown and the rest of the city is named after the soldiers or Mahdi's or whatever, and the north is not like that. And because the Iranian have lots of ceremonies and you know, the propaganda of the state, or even whatever happening inside the city, so they change their even the smallest alleys regularly, which is really confusing, which is really bizarre. You may get lost, which is completely normal. I'm getting lost always, all the time, but having a you know, the basic map, basic GPS settings, which is actually could help you to get your places, is fine. But look at that, there's a child right behind behind that thing. Anyway, so this is a new thing. There's a Toys R Us, the Iranian Toys R Us, just right over there. What the fuck is happening? Anyway, so having a map and you could find the direction is fine. Right now, if you could access to the internet, the Google map is better, because the Google could actually show the traffics, but this device doesn't have that access or possibility. I'm not sure how they find the traffic in Iran. In the rest of the world, it's completely normal to find the traffic situation, but here in Iran, there's no other, like, there's not like cameras, or Iranians don't have satellites or something like that that could just observe the traffic right above your head, or observing the traffic on the road. So I don't know how they do it. Maybe just by some report or regulation, because the Google, not only the Google don't recognize the Iranian. Look at that! That girl has a tattoo, which is fucking weird. That is so fucking weird. I haven't seen any girl in Iran with the skin tattoo, not the eyebrows tattoo or something, just the skin tattoos. So that was weird. Anyway, that was interesting. I hope I've got it on camera. Anyway, so Google don't have any relationship with the Iranian officials or states or police, whatever. So I'm not sure how they're doing it, but they actually have it and is working. I mean, it's not just some. I looked it up, and it was reliable, sort of. There was actually traffic, and you could actually see the moving traffic, or how much you have to wait behind the traffic or anything like that. And the name of the roads are more updates compared to this offline maps, and those are the actual English, which is, as you can see, these roads are named Persian, and there's actually like this back street right here is called Fort Eastern, but the sign says the street name was the Tehrani. That was the road sign says right there, which is weird. So the names are not reliable, but the names of the big roads and big streets and major roads are kind of reliable. Just finding your address is, just finding your direction is good enough for me. Since the internet is actually a new thing, still new thing in Iran, and you can't just rely on Google service, because Google has a problem with the Iranian authorities. They're banning the Iranian users. You can't even download or update some basics service of the Googles, but yeah, you can't even do that. So there's no there's no guarantee, so you could get your Google map every day, every time you need it. Having this offline map is good enough. You could actually use it, and it works. Look at that. This is Persian rocks, and this another thing. So hope you guys just enjoyed this stupid video. Thanks for watching. Moving on. Peace out.